Okay, so the first time I felt that I was a minority was when I looked in the mirror and I was like, holy shit, I'm not white. What?
Hello, my name is Thomas Moa. I'm 20 years old and I'm going to be answering some questions for the Asian American tag. Which ethnicity are you? I am Hmong, that's H-M-O-N-G, silent H, pretty cool. Not a lot of people know about Hmong people because we don't have a country of our own. I believe we originated in southern China and then we moved everywhere. I know my parents came from Thailand, and I believe before Thailand, they were in Laos. A lot of Hmong people started coming to America in the mid 70s when the Vietnam War happened. And from then on, America has been the hot spot for Hmong people, especially in Cali and Minnesota. And yeah, that's Hmong people. Which generation are you? I believe I'm generation 2. I was the generation that was born in America. So my parents came here from Thailand. It was during the time of the Vietnam War and stuff. So I guess that's a pretty big responsibility. I'm second generation, but I'm first generation born into America. So I'm basically American. What is the first experience where you felt that you knew you were a minority? For me, it was definitely high school. Reason for that is because throughout elementary and middle school, I went to schools where there were other people like me. There were a lot of minorities and stuff. But when it came to high school, I noticed there was less color and there was more white people and stuff. That's when I felt like I was part of the lesser, if that makes more sense. I guess it was just really unfamiliar for me because I was so used to seeing a more quote-unquote diverse population in the school, but in high school it was white everywhere for me. I mean, it wasn't a bad thing, but I totally felt it being a minority there. Were you always proud of your heritage, or was there a time you rejected it? Dude, I love being Hmong. Being Hmong is super awesome. We have a lot of cool stuff, like Hmong soccer tournament. It's freaking awesome. We do some pretty weird stuff though, our family gatherings and stuff for hoopli and stuff. Dude, we freaking kill chickens and stuff to give to spirits and stuff. That's so when I tell that to my American friends, they're super confused because they go to church and stuff. So that's totally new to them. So yeah, but I've never really rejected being Hmong. I've always loved it and all. I mean, we could definitely use some improvements and all, but I'm proud to be Hmong. What are some stereotypes you struggle with? Surprisingly, it's not the penis one. It's more of the I don't know, for some reason, a lot of people think Asian guys are super wimpy and stuff. I've definitely been approached differently by people because I guess they thought I was not very human and I was more a robot or whatnot. But then I get it stunned them when I talked to them and I had personality and I wasn't that shy little shit that they thought I was gonna be. Can you speak your native tongue? Yeah, Dashi in high school, I made some, I don't know, when I went to high school, a lot of my Hmong friends couldn't really speak Hmong, so I spoke Hmong less in high school, so I kind of lost my tongue. I think in Hmong, like that. Yeah, that was me, because throughout elementary and middle school, I had a lot of Hmong friends who can speak Hmong pretty good. And then, yeah, totally different story in high school. I lost my touch, and yeah. How has being Asian American affected your relationship with your parents? That's the thing, I'm Asian American, and I feel like my parents are just Asian, because the things that I'm into versus the things they're into, my ideals versus their ideals, I definitely feel like I've had more time to assimilate with the culture here more because when my parents got here, first thing was, it was just, get a job, make money, provide for your family. They didn't get time to go into, dive into the American culture, the American atmosphere and stuff. That's the stuff I got to do because, I grew up going to school and all this other stuff in America. And I got to, I grew up with the American atmosphere around me. You know, like they grew up in a different country, so that's what they were used to. And coming here, that's like a totally big shift for them. And yeah, basically it's just like, you know, I was born here and they weren't. So like our ideals are always clashing, stuff like that. How do you feel about your heritage now? Do you identify with it? Hmong heritage, I mean, it's cool and all. I feel like we could definitely, you know, move on with the times a little more, because I feel like compared to other cultures and stuff, we're still sort of like cavemen. I think first thing we could do is totally update our dictionary. You know, like for when translating stuff, we have to use like 30 different words to explain one thing. Like, you know, we don't even have the word magnesium in the Hmong dictionary. Like, try translating that to your grandma. What's your favorite thing about being Asian American? I mean, it's pretty good food. Pretty big fan of orange chicken. Chow mein too. And I guess, dude, the music's pretty cool. Like, pretty big fan of Lehigh. And yeah, it's a pretty crazy and diverse culture. You should get into that. I made a lot of like Hmong friends who, wow, I fucked up. Damn it, that was so cool. That was so cool, I fucked it up. Hello. That was lame.
Hello.
Like, not do that. Okay. They came here because of the...
We could add in some fun questions.
What school would
like-
you be at if we were in Harry Potter? I'm joking, I don't like Harry Potter. I think that's stupid.